Good to be with you. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories right now. And topping that list, new information on a chase leading up to a fatal crash in South Knox County last night. Now, the new information includes the U.S. Marshals, Smoky Mountain Fugitive Task Force, telling us they tried to serve an arrest warrant on the driver of that crash for drug-related charges. They approached 30-year-old Tyler Smelcher in the parking lot of a Food City in Seymour, but he took off, driving back streets, trying to get away. We're told the task force officers chose not to pursue. They didn't want to risk the public getting in danger, but the car crashed a short time later. According to the crash reports, Melcher and 31-year-old Ashley Warren sped through the intersection of Chapman Highway and Hendron Chapel Road, hit a power pole. Both were ejected from the car, pronounced dead on the scene. 2 cars sitting in traffic by that light when this happened were damaged, and 2 people were injured, but they are expected to recover. All right, moving down our big 7 list, investigators want answers about a rash of suspected overdose cases inside an East Tennessee jail. The Campbell County Sheriff's Office says 6 inmates were involved. According to Sheriff Wayne Barton, it happened around 1 this morning. All 6 inmates taken to La Follette Medical Center. They were treated. Afterwards, they were released, sent back to the Campbell County Sheriff's Office in that jail. Now, right now, deputies are investigating what the substance was and who supplied it to the inmates. Now, if you're asking how did this happen, we're on your side with some answers. Sheriff Barton telling us that the Campbell County Jail does not have a body scanner that can help with cavity searches. However, he says one is on the way and will be installed within the next 30 days. The next big 7 story, a murder mystery from 30-plus years ago. Tonight, we're learning that Knoxville Police are taking another look at a murder case from 1989. The victim, one of their own officers, Tony Williams, and they're turning to some new technology here. Back in 1989, Officer Williams was shot and killed while riding his motorcycle on Cherry Street near I-40. The case has remained open ever since, but no suspect or suspects have ever been convicted. Roughly 2 weeks ago, KPD closed portions of Cherry Street to conduct a scan of the area using technology that creates 3D renderings of past crime scenes. If you have information by chance on this investigation, you are urged to contact the homicide unit that is looking into it, 865-215-7022. Next, to look inside the effort to pay a final tribute to an officer killed in the line of duty. Deputy Tucker Blakely was shot and killed just over a week ago while responding to a domestic call. Even before his death was revealed to the public, fellow officers were showing support with a sea of blue lights blinking outside of UT Medical Center. Later, the Knox County Sheriff's Office parked Blakely's cruiser outside of the City-County building for people to come by and pay their respects that way. Friday, Blakely's body was carried in a procession that you're seeing here to the church where his wife, dignitaries, Sheriff Tom Spangler would take part in a celebration of life, followed by military honors for the deputy who was also an Army veteran. The day of tributes began at Minot Funeral Home in Powell. Now, the staff there worked with Blakely's family and the Sheriff's Office in putting together a series of events that would show due respect to police and military traditions, plus honor the family's wishes. That included printing artwork by Blakely's son in the Celebration of Life program you can see there. Also today, we learned that Blakely's body was never alone, with KCSO standing guard every minute.
Down here 24 hours a day, and they stood at attention with the body the whole time it was in this funeral home. To have this opportunity to help these folks. Was it hard on us? No doubt. We were here a lot of hours. We had other things going on, but it was still such an honor.
Now, the Police Benevolent Foundation is collecting money to support Deputy Blakely's family. The 100% of the funds, I should say, that will be received go to them. You can find out more on how to donate at the website on your screen, pbfi.networkforgood.com. Our next big 7 story, remembering more heroes. Knoxville Fire Department holding its fallen firefighter memorial service earlier today. It's a yearly tradition, part of the Fire Prevention Week festivities or programs and honors. This time around, 24 Knoxville firefighters were honored who lost their lives in the line of duty dating back to 1875. The department also honored 14 retired firefighters who have passed away this year.
You know, the fire department is like a large family. and those are our brothers and our sisters who have passed away before us. And it's important that we not only honor them, but we honor their families for the sacrifices that those families made while they worked for the fire department.
One of the many firefighters who were honored today was Harlan Breeden. Breeden worked for KFD for 30 years before he retired. He died in July at the age of 80. To hear more about his story, you can head over to our website and check out this story, WATE.com. Big change for Knoxville's airport in our next Big 7 story. Now, it is aimed at tackling a big problem, one that is really visible right now. Behind me, this is the McGhee Tyson Airport's website, and as soon as you pull it up, you'll get a message warning about limited parking, which is capacity. It just talks about, you see the line going over there, just a little bit of room there in each one, and then a lot of room in the economy lot. Now, the front pages show these graph bars, and that's where you're going to find out where you can actually go to park. So what's going on out there right now? Well, it's fall break. But beyond that, our area is growing. So more and more people are actually flying in and out of McGhee Tyson. This busy week offers a preview of what could be to come as we head into the holiday season as well.
We are looking at that in the future as well for Thanksgiving, which is condensed. Most people try to leave on a Tuesday or Wednesday of that week and come back on a Sunday or Monday, which will really congest parking at the airport. So we know we'll be using the overflow shuttle parking as well.
Now, looking further into the future, McGhee Tyson has a project in the works to add new parking spaces. However, it comes with a change that flyers will have to deal with for a while.
Next spring, we're actually going to start a parking garage expansion project that's going to add over 3,000 additional parking spots here to this area in front of the terminal building. In the meantime, we have built Economy Lot C, which is 1,000 parking spots that offset that move, because when we are under construction, we will have to move some of the available spots from this area over into Economy Lot C.
Yeah, kind of like playing checkers. You're going to move over different directions. The airport tells us Economy Lot C is open now. It doesn't get much use except for overflow parking. Passengers can catch a shuttle from the lot to the terminal. Our final Big 7 story tonight, state wildlife agents asking for help as they work to try to figure out who killed elk illegally over the weekend in Anderson County, and they're offering a reward if you can get them the right information. TWRA getting the word Sunday that a bull elk had been killed. Officials finding the remains with what appeared to be a wound from a crossbow bolt. State wildlife agents have been trying to restore the elk population to a huntable size since 2000, but says that poaching like this slows down the efforts. If you happen to have any information, maybe someone's name, maybe a description, maybe a vehicle description or location, you are asked to contact TWRA. If you give a tip that leads to an arrest, you can receive a $3,000 reward. You can contact them through the East Tennessee Regional Poaching Hotline. We have the number there. You see it there toward the bottom of the screen, 1-800-831-1174.